From our studios in Scottsdale, Arizona, welcome back. This is Retirement News Online, and today we're joined by the illustrious Dolph Janis, founder of Clear Income Strategies Group there in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're going to talk about the biggest retirement income decisions many Americans face. Should you generate retirement income while withdrawing money from your brokerage account or savings? Or should you consider an income annuity that can provide guaranteed lifetime income? And that is the big question. Most people assume they'll just do the 4% rule.
Yep.
But what is the benefit of using an income annuity, which can protect you, right, in a lot of ways that I'm just taking from the brokerage account, you're subjected to risk. The income annuity can protect you, but there's other advantages, right?
There's a lot more advantages than you're going to realize. I mean, a lot of the brokers out there, they're against annuities. They're AUM managers getting their fees and stuff like that, and they're saying, stay away from annuities, stay away from annuities.
Yeah.
Can't make enough money in them. And it's like, okay, that's fair. I mean, the risk-reward factor is definitely there. But let's just make a simple $1 million portfolio, Scott. And you're 60 years old and you're going into retirement, and they're going to pay you the old 4% rule, $40,000 a year for hopefully the rest of your life. That word, hopefully. This is where my wife loves this word, uncertainty steps in. Right. The uncertainty of all the different things that could happen between now and then. What if the market crashes? What if you outlive your money? What if you live out 20 to 25 years? I have clients living in their 90s, going in their 100s now. I mean, they're living longer. We're an annuity. Yes, a lot of people don't like them, but there's guarantees. They're backed. They're insured. They've been around forever. And they're going to pay you, let's just say, $60,000 a year. 6% versus 4%. And that $60,000 is guaranteed no matter how long you live. I have a client right now, Alma, lives up in New Jersey. She's 104. Her account went to zero 9 years ago. They're still paying her $47,000 a year. How do you think she would be? She doesn't want to be dependent, and that's the other part of it, is being dependent on somebody else later in life. Why would you want to be dependent on there when you can guarantee something? I love that word, guarantee. Guarantee versus the unknown, Scott.
Yeah, and let's go back to that 4% thing. So $40,000, let's say somebody needed $40,000. That's all they needed was Social Security and some other pension or something like that. If you used an income annuity, you wouldn't need $1 million, would you? You could use less and probably have some more liquid, right?
Oh, absolutely, great point. I mean, you could probably give or take around $600,000, maybe $650,000, which is $350,000 less than $1 million. Let's say you couldn't get to the $1 million, you can still get that $40,000 guaranteed lifetime income. See, the annuity, you can say, hey, I have this amount of money. We work with all A-rated carriers, a plethora of companies out there, and we're going to give you all the different options of what you can get. You want income starting in day one, you want income starting after a year, but we can tell you down to the penny, Scott, what an income annuity is going to pay you guaranteed lifetime. Now you're sorry to interrupt, but let's just say we're married. I mean, I'd love to be married to a handsome guy like you, but
thanks, Dolph. I appreciate that.
It's like the quiet talker. Quiet talking in front of me. You can't see what they're saying. I love that Seinfeld episode.
I'm getting all misty here. Go ahead. Anyway.
So we want joint lifetime income, and let's say we're a 5-year difference. We can tell you what the joint lifetime income is going to be down to the penny, guaranteed for the rest of your life. So it takes away all the uncertainty. So if you like uncertainty in your life, you like risk versus reward, run it, live, and hope you'll make it past 80 years old, or you get the guarantees.
So let's go back to market pullbacks, right? So the market, you said the market crashes. Well, let's just say we have what is a black swan event, which happens essentially about every 3 to 5 years. There's some sort of pullback in the market, and sequence of returns risk, which is the problem. It's timing, right? When you are using, for example, the 4% rule. Unfortunately, if you have a big pullback in the market in the early part of your income strategy, that really changes everything and can cause some big problems and make it way more likely that you will not have enough money. The income annuity actually fixes that, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't like to talk negativity, but someone who retired in 2007 experienced that 2008, 2009 crash and experienced even just half of the 45% loss at 23%.
Yeah.
They're down to $750,000 based on $1 million right from day one, and now they're in recovery mode, and they're taking out $40,000 on top of that. With inflation and cost of living, you're as my daughter would say, you're cooked. You have no chance. But with an income annuity, the market could go down 20 years in a row.
Sure.
And you're going to get the same payment for forever. Even if your account runs to zero, they're going to continue to pay you.
And this is not an either-or situation. You can combine the two strategies. For example, if you do have 350 liquid in that first example we talked about using the income annuity and not needing $1 million, you've got 350 left, well, that can be put into a brokerage account and you continue to expose it to a little bit more risk and everything, but it's not an either-or situation, is it?
No, it's not, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You got to diversify. You got to have some risk out there. You can work with those guys at AUM, the broker's house, and try to turn that 350 into more. Use that as like you're spending money. But if it goes down, there's only one person you can blame, and that's yourself.
Right.
I mean, the only time I take risk is if I'm on a golf course, I'm one down going in 18, and I need a birdie. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make a birdie on that hole. I'm going over water, I'm tin cupping it, I'm flopping that, whatever I have to do.
Right.
But unlike that golf tournament a couple weeks ago where that guy, all he needed was bogey to win the tournament, and he was like, well, if I can make birdie here, it was tin cup all over again. He goes, no one's ever shot 25 under on this golf course. He makes a triple bogey, loses the hole, falls to fourth, loses Augusta, boom. It's risk reward. But I mean, if you can put your portfolio in a guarantee scenario with the income, let's just say 400,000, 6%, they're going to pay you roughly around 25,000 for your guaranteed. And you have another 400,000 you want to play with the market. You can take all the earnings and dividends out from that, and that's a joyous retirement.
Last question, I'm sure you get it all the time. So when we hear in the marketing, Fisher's a great example. We don't use commission products, which is what this product is, for example. But talk about how you get paid, because it's not coming from the client.
No.
It comes from the carrier.
That's a great question, Scott. I mean, when I started in this industry well over 20 years ago, I told my wife what I love about the annuity industry, because now I'm a certified annuity advisor. I got my designation about a month ago, is that I'm not going to charge clients a fee, and I don't want my clients to lose a penny due to the markets. And we've stuck to those guns over 20 years, because when somebody gets an annuity, the insurance company, they pay me my money. It's like a finder's fee. It's a commission, depending on what come up. It does not come out of your money.
Right.
You put money in a brokerage account, and over a 10-year span, I was talking to David last week. He came in the office, and he had this brokerage account for $200,000 with, I can't say the name, I'll probably get in trouble, but he's at $310,000 now. And he's like, okay, I've done well. Well, his broker's made $62,000 in fees under that 10-year span. So he's only barely doubled what the broker made at the same time. That's your money you're paying them. Why should they pay you when you're already getting paid by somebody else? I'm just very against that. But you're 100% correct.
Dolph Janis is my guest in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is Retirement News Online. You can find out more at retirementnewsonline.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.